to the courtroom as soon as the jury is back into the courtroom and testimony resumes. Philip Dubé and C.K. Hoffler are still with us. I'm fascinated. Everybody has different opinions on this one. C.K., to you first. What's your take on this case against Scott Peterson, who many people believe dropped the ball, and some believe he could have saved lives? Others are very concerned about putting someone in prison for something they didn't do, potentially.
Well, certainly this is a unique case. And Ted, it would be the first in the history, I think, of law enforcement where you have a law enforcement officer being taken to trial, prosecuted for failure to act. Now, really, truly, in a civil context, this is negligence. He failed to act, he failed to do certain things, but the results of that failure potentially were 17 children were, if I'm not mistaken, were died. And this was really, there are many experts that believe he could have done something, he could have changed the outcome. And so it is unique, but that's why he's there. And I think he might actually face some real trouble in this case. I think it's going to be very difficult for him.
Philip, what's your take on this?
We saw an iteration of this in the Derek Chauvin homicide. Remember, the other assisting officers sort of did nothing to intervene to stop Chauvin from harming the decedent, George Floyd. And I got to tell you, if what they're saying is accurate, then that's what you have here. You have a failure to act. It is guilt by omission. Now, on the other hand, there is a difference between hiding, active concealment, and taking cover. You know, even as an officer, he has the right, a God-given right, to protect his own skin. And if he feels that gunfire is coming at him, he can certainly take cover. And there's a very fine line between taking cover and hiding to avoid performing your sworn duties. And I guess it's a question of fact, but I agree with CK. This is a civil matter, in my opinion. This should not be in the criminal courts. This was unprecedented.
Yeah, and you know, the person responsible is Nicholas Cruz. A lot of people believe that. Peterson says he didn't know where the shots were coming from. As we see the next witness for the state of Florida taking the stand, let's go in, listen in, and see who this is.